No, that's right.
Not this time.
No, this dude's name was Michael Daniel. He looks like a bit of a hench fucker. He looks like he's just come out of prison, to be honest.
Okay.
But, yeah, apparently he tried to eat his dog. Let's have a look at the Read report. You click on the Read report and it brings up basically the report of it. So
what is
wacko police?
What is up with these people that just have the brain to, I think I'm going to go eat somebody today. I can understand if you're shot dead and you come back as a zombie and you have half a brain, but how in the world, walking with education, how is somebody just going to trip out and say, yeah, it's a great Tuesday, I think I'm going to go eat somebody today?
Yeah, you've really got to be on some serious shit going on in your life, haven't you?
Yeah.
Either that, or you're going to have to have taken something, or something has got to happen to you, whether it be in your water, in your drugs,
right?
Something.
Well,
something's happened in it. No normal person has ever. I have never woken up and gone, do you know what? I really fancy eating my cat. And then started mauling on cat. I've not gone, do you know what? I'm going to go out and find the nearest homeless person and eat his face off. It's strange. But, yeah, it depends what's going on through their minds, to be honest, doesn't it? Right, so, yeah. Whatever persuades people to do this sort of thing is ridiculous. But I have got a little... the Texas man that ate his dog, apparently. The little report here, it says, a wacko police report that a man attacked and cannibalised a dog in what is being referred to on local news channels as a zombie-style attack. Michael Terran Daniel, 22, allegedly attacked, strangled and tore pieces of flesh away from a medium-sized dog. He reportedly ate the flesh, and according to witnesses, Daniel was on his hands and knees chasing neighbours and barking. A little bit strange.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, now, how could this possibly happen unless it wasn't through hypnotism? Or some kind of brainwave?
Exactly.
How does somebody just completely lose it in all the history of mankind? If anybody can report back to me and tell me, oh yeah, this used to happen all the time. The only time I knew about it was, maybe in Vietnam or in like an insane asylum. But even this, that's just, where did you see that at?
Well, it's on that it's on the zombieworldnews.com website. So a lot of this stuff, I'm assuming it's obviously legit. But there's so many stories on it. But yeah, basically they got called out to his home on a disturbance call. They got there, and apparently he was just sat on the front porch of his house, covered in blood, with the dog dead on his lap.
What a moron!
Yeah, tell me about it. It's
he must be starving for attention, or something is up with that. So weird. Yeah,
I don't know, whatever strange, but yeah, it just says at the end there have been no known reports of necromorphosis outbreaks in Waco. However, Texas have seen several undead incidents and outbreaks in the past few years. But yeah, there's loads of stories. It's got America's. It's got Texas man eats dog, Center of Disease Control air leak, patient bites, ambulance driver, victim named, victim's photo, blah 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 blah. Infected woman attacks Texas teens. It all happens in Texas, dude. Texas nurse.
Texas is wild. Texas is a roller coaster ride on crack.
Texas nurse dies from hospital attack. Yeah, man, there's loads of stuff on it. But I always read this website. It's got some good stuff on it. So,
can we put a link to this website on our website?
I can. Bear with me. I'll do it right now because I'm cool like that.
Oh, you're on top of the game.
I am.
Yeah, there's a China face attack. Here's the Texas man eats dog, and that was June 25th. That wasn't even too long ago.
It's like last couple of months.
Yeah. Naked man threatens, I will eat you at a golf course. That happened July 4th. Good grief.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? But like you say, what goes for these heads to make people want to do this thing,
It's the brain.
It is. It's so weird. Zombie world.
People do crazy stuff, man, around these. I think it's all these electronics. Could that be?
It could well be. Well, they say your mobile phone affects your brain, doesn't it? It fries your brain.
Have you seen that YouTube video where you place 4 cell phones at each other and then you put some corn kernels inside and you make them all ring, at the same time and it pops the corn?
No, I haven't. That's a little bit strange.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a microwave.
Oh, man. That's a bit weird.
So what do we have outside the world news and zombie affairs? What do we have going on? We have a voicemail or two?
We do have a voicemail. We have a couple. So
nice.
I can play those right now. I'll play the first one. This is from Star. I think. Bear with me. Oh, in a minute, me bloody thing's not playing now.
And Star, those of you that don't know, Star is a character inside the EddieRotten.com Zombie Life saga. I guess she entered the story about almost a year ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, was it?
Not too long ago. She came up with her own character, pretty much her own storyline, basically, and we've opened the envelope on her character, and now she's deep in the thick of it. But she emails in, and she talks to me, and she lets me know what her character's doing or what she would like to do, and so it's great to hear from the different people that are involved inside the story.
Yeah, it's cool. We'll have to get her on the show again. But anyway, this is what she had to say.
Okay.
Hey guys, this is Star. Okay, so in answer to the first question, what 3 things would I take with me during a zombie apocalypse? I would have to say the first one would be a knife, because I don't own a gun. The second one would be my cell phone for obvious reasons. And the third one would probably be a shovel or some sort of variant, but mainly because it reaches farther than a knife would. And I can also attach the knife to the end of it, therefore making a dual zombie-killing weapon. Now, the other question that Eddie had just posted.
That's a good idea.
Says, your whole family is turned zombie. You have one antidote. Who gets it and why?
I thought that was a great question.
I would have to say in my whole family, I would probably choose my daughter because compared to her, we've all lived a lot longer and seen a lot more things. So I would definitely give it to her. Not that I don't love the rest of my family, of course. But, of course, I would want to see my daughter live through something like that as opposed to anybody else. So, there you go.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great call, yeah. I love Star, and she's great.
You know, it's almost a given that you have to take your kids, but even though people know that that's a given, you've got this instinct to actually say it vocally anyways, you know? Like, I already know that I'm going to beat everybody down with a stick to be able to bring my family.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting how people know that inside anyway, but you still have to say it because that's just part of that animal instinct. When it's time to go, you gather everybody up and so...
Yeah, I definitely agree with what she says there. Like you say, you know, out of everybody, yeah, her child is obviously, well, her life, isn't it, really? You know, there's nothing that can compare to having a kid, so...
That's cool that she called in, though. Thank you so much, Star, for calling in.
You hero, and we love you.
Hero. You're a hero.
You legend. Right, next one. G's called in again.
Nice.
I checked it. I listened to it. The content's fine.
Okay.
So your kids can listen too. Don't you worry.
Oh, good.
That's what you had to say.
Well, if my whole family was zombies, my daughter would get the antidote because I'd want her to live on. And we'd fight the rest of the damn zombies off and kill them all.
You can't beat him. He's actually a legend.
I know. Man, I love his voice, man. Yeah. I picture him like a good bad guy or a bad guy that turned good or something, you know? Like just a big, kind of like, have you ever seen Princess Bride?
No.
Okay, Princess Bride, that's an English movie. I can't believe you haven't seen that.
Is it?
But, yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. But it's got Andre the Giant in it. This guy, he's like 7.5 feet tall. He used to wrestle for the WWF
and
WWE. Big, huge, gigantic dude, and he talks like him. He's supposed to be a bad guy, but he's just a big, gentle giant. His voice is awesome. Reminds me of him.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just imagine him to be this, like, just gangster type person. I can imagine he's got, like, probably, like, some sort of crack cocaine den going on in his basement with, you know, bodyguards stood outside. You know?
No, he's cool, man. We grew up, man, it's been a long time since I've seen him, but he is a very cool guy. He's changed so much over the years for the better.
Yeah.
Not that he was horrible. Sorry, G. Please don't track me down and shoot me in the face. Changed for the better, but, you know, that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
And thank you for
him.
calling in.
So, yeah, anyway.
So what else you got?
So, down to you, Ed.
Down to me.
Who would you choose?
Well, after like 3 or 4 days of arguing with my family about it, there's different points, man. Because if you only have one, the selfish side of you kind of want to keep it.
Yeah.
Because they've already all turned zombie, and at some point somebody's going to shoot them anyway. But there's the love and the passion that you have. I think the thing that veered my selfish ways was when I heard Star say, there's so many things that she hasn't seen yet, her daughter hasn't seen yet, and we've lived all this time, and there's a good possibility if I save my 3-year-old child that somebody else will put the 3-year-old child first as well, so the future will live on, you know? Or I could just, you know, I'd have to go find a whole bunch of women and marry all of them or something.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But to make sure the future survives. But man, if I had my wife and my 2 sons looking at me, I would probably save my youngest son. Possibly. I can't. It's too hard to say, man.
It is. It's such a hard question, isn't it?
I know. God, it's because I'm convinced that that's what I would do, but at the same time, it's like, man, you know, what if my wife is pregnant? Or what if my oldest son knows the secret combination to another room that has like 15,000 antidotes? It's such a hard question.
Yeah.
Really good one. And how in the world did you come up with that?
I don't know. It was a random question I come out with at 4:30 a.m. in the morning when I was walking to work, and I thought, shit, I haven't got a question. I need a question. So I was just walking to work, and I thought, oh, what would I do? What would I do if there was a zombie outbreak and everyone was infected, my whole family were infected, and I had one antidote. Someone come up to me and said, I have one antidote left. This is for you. Choose it wisely. Who would I choose?
Right.
It is a hard one. It's, you know, you're like, because I've got the choice between obviously like my mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my partner. So I'm like, you know, do I choose family members? I'm thinking, well, my mum and dad, you know, they're in their 50s now. They've had a good run of life. You know, if I used an antidote on them, you know, they've only got another, you know, say they live till 80. It's another 40 years on them, you know.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
Your parents are going to listen. They're going to be like, oh, thanks for putting a cap on our life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, say they live till they're like 80 roughly. You know, that's another 40 years. Whereas, you know, my brother and sister have still got another, like, 50, 60 years on them. But would I want to use it? So I think in the long run, what I'm trying to say is I'd have to choose my partner. Because at the end of the day, you know, she's my whole pride and joy. She's my world. So...
There you go. Yeah, that's a good answer.
And for other obvious reasons that you know about.
That's a great answer. Let me tell you why I think that you chose that question.
Why's that?
Because I killed your brother inside the EddieRotten.com zombie story.
You reckon?
My wife is like, you know what? He said that because you killed his brother in the story. I'm like, it needed something. It needed something. She's like, well, that's why he came up with that question.
Yeah,
so,
it may have been some psychological thing. It may have just cropped up from that. I don't know. It was just a random question. I really couldn't think enough of it, and I want to start thinking of really like questions where people have really got to like think about it and, you know, take their time. You know, I could have just said like, "What's your favourite zombie movie?" you know, or what's your favourite? Like, I mean, the first one we had was favourite zombie game. You know,